Bruce Thomas live here with legend Ken Shamrock in the IFL. Ken, what brings you first to the IFL?
Well, I got a fighter in there, big country Roy Nelson, the big heavyweight that just defended his title for the second time.
Now, it's interesting. You talk about big country. Here's a guy that for years was considered an internet legend, almost a myth on the internet, and then came out of nowhere a couple of years ago, got invited to the IFL, and has just been wreaking havoc. Did you know he had that kind of talent? A lot of people never believed that he could do this.
And that's one thing. When he first came to the IFL, I held tryouts in Reno, Nevada, and I watched him go on the mat. Didn't even see his striking, and I watched him go on the mat, and I looked at him, and I said, you know what? You're going to be the next champion. And I told everybody here that he was going to do that. And they all said, well, Ben's pretty tough and such pretty tough. And I said, I'm telling you, this guy is going to win. He's going to beat everybody. And you know what? He has.
Ken, when is the last time you saw 2 knee bars in a mixed martial arts event in one night?
Never.
Pancrase, maybe.
Ever. Yeah, pancrase. But usually you didn't see 2 knee bars. You saw a heel hook, a knee bar, an ankle lock, or something like that, or a choke. But I don't think I've ever seen back-to-back knee bars because they were back-to-back, one fight and then another fight. So, hey, people, I'm telling you, they work. You just got to train with them.
One more question. Without the elbow, actually, there's going to be a few more. Without the elbows, do you think that it allows more submissions? Obviously, not having elbows here, being allowed to throw strikes, no elbows, no knees. Doesn't that allow for those knee bars to happen, those ankle locks to happen, not worried about getting pounded in the face by the elbow?
Well, I don't think elbows stop submissions. I think what elbows does is cause bloodier fights and short stoppages. They don't do damage to the fighters when you get hit with an elbow, because a punch does more damage when you get hit. An elbow just basically cuts you. Now, on the stand-up, I believe there should be elbows because you can knock people out with elbows. If you clinch in the fence, back up, bang, hit them with an elbow. But on the ground, they're just strictly used to cut your opponent, not to do any damage. So I don't like elbows on the ground. It completely makes a fight more bloodier, and there's really no damage done.
All kinds of rumors are circulating around the internet and all over mixed martial arts that you're looking to fight again. Obviously, you're not done. Are you looking to come back? Are you looking to fight in the United States anytime soon? What's your next fight going to be?
Yeah, you know, obviously I am. I took a real hiatus after my last fight. I mean, it just seems like I've had a lot of bad streaks lately, a lot of bad things that have happened to me. I've had injuries that I had to recover from. Then when I finally recovered from an injury, I got a lung disease that I had to go in the hospital for. I fought with that. Didn't do so well. I probably shouldn't have. But I just had a lot of things happen to me along the way. And like I always say, excuses are like buttholes and everybody's got one. And I'm not one for excuses. So whatever happened, happened. I put it behind me and I look forward to the future. And yeah, I will be back in the ring.
Heavyweight or light heavyweight?
Light heavy, 205.
Are you going to fight your brother?
That's, yeah, that's the one I want. So, and that'd be at 205 because he can't fight heavyweight, so we got to meet in the middle.
Apparently, you guys are going to fight in a unique environment. Not just a ring, not just a cage, but something that's a little bit different.
Well, it's going to be unique in itself because I don't think ever in the history of sports has a brother fought a brother. A sibling fought a sibling. And you know what? We're going to make history. And I'm going to punch a hole in his head. I love him. Don't get me wrong. I love him, but he needs an attitude. As anybody saw in his last fight, his ego beat him in that fight. He should have taken him down and should have submitted this guy. There's no way Kung Lee handles him on the ground. But did he do that? No. He has an ego as big as the size of Texas and thinks that he can stand with a world-class kickboxer. And what happens to him? He gets his arm broke. He deserves that. You know what? He's got too big of a head, too big of an attitude, and it's time somebody knocked him off his cloud.
Got some big news coming out. Some major organizations are coming out with some huge cards. Adrenaline, Affliction. The UFC's always putting together good cards. One by one. Fedor, Tim Sylvia, your pick.
Fedor.
How's he going to win?
Submission.
100% sure.
Well, I mean, come on. It's the fight game. There's nothing 100% sure.
You heard it here first. Ken Shamrock, the legend. He was here from the very beginning. He's still here. Ken, we're going to see you in the future. Thanks so much.
Yeah, well, thank you for having me, man.